it's Amy from Dutch Touch Interiors joining you again today. I wanted to share with you today 5 key things that you need to know about hiring a designer. Let's get started. So the first thing that's important to know, and I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room right off the hop, is that designers cost money. It's true, if you're going to hire a service just like any other service, yes, we cost a little bit of money up front. It is often seen as an extravagant expense. It may seem that way at first until you actually work with your first designer. What you'll find is that designers help save you time, and they'll reduce your stress massively, and often they'll actually even save you money. So for example, if you hire a designer at a $5,000 design fee, if you were to count for, let's say it was 40 hours of work that the designer does for you, at $25 an hour, that's costing you about $1,000 if you were to do it yourself, right? If you're making, say you're making $50 an hour now, then you're looking at $2,000 for you doing all the work yourself. That doesn't include all the free weekends that you've given up, all the evenings that you've done, plus all the stress that you've had to go through trying to plan a project. On top of that, some designers will pass along their designer discount. If the designer saves you $2,500 on your product or materials for your home, you have an instant 50% off of your designer fee. So if you account for that $2,000 that you would have spent paying yourself, plus the $2,500 that your designer just saved you, your designer actually only costs about $500. When you look at it that way, we're actually not that expensive. So the second thing to know about hiring a designer is that we do more than just make it pretty. Often when I talk to people and I tell them that I'm an interior designer, I hear, wow, that must be so fun. You just make everything look so beautiful. And we do. I really love my job. I'm very grateful to be doing what I am. But designers do more than just make it look pretty. Yes, we deal with accessories and we deal with paint and we deal with all of that stuff, but a designer will also have a look at your whole space. So it's not just the furniture, not just the paint. They look at everything that comes into a space. How does it all work together? So designers do more than just make it look pretty. We take into account a lot of extra factors as well. The third thing to remember about designers is that we are all educated as well. Almost every single designer that's out there has gone to post-secondary education, whether it's a bachelor's degree, a college diploma, or a full-out master's. What I would caution you on if you're looking at hiring a designer, if you look at somebody who says, I just thought this would be a lot of fun, and people said that I have really great sense of style, they may be able to help you on a project, but there is a lot that we learn in formal training. So when you're looking at the cost of hiring a designer, yes, it may again seem a little bit expensive, but you're hiring a trained professional. We've done years of schooling where we've actually learned how to look at different things and how to bring different things together so that we can create a fabulous space that you're just gonna love. And it might seem easy. We try to make it look like we do it without breaking a sweat. In truth, there is a lot more to it than you might think. Design school, I remember hearing that God is in the details, and that is very true when it comes to interior design. So number 4 on our list is the fact that designers not only envision the big picture, we see all the minute details on the way. It's a skill that you have to learn over time. Certainly I had to learn it when I started. Every designer that I've known has had to cut their teeth to not only be able to see the big picture, which is often a talent that we have innately, but also to pay attention to all the tiny details along the way. It can drive our contractors and tradespeople crazy because we do come across a little bit like a perfectionist, but we want to make sure that at the end of the day, your home looks amazing and that you are so happy with it. The last thing, number 5 on our list, something that's good to know about a designer is that our homes aren't perfect either. I find more often than not, if I go over to a friend's house for the first time or I'm going to a consultation for the first time, everybody says, oh, please excuse the mess. It's not usually that messy. Trust me, my house is not always perfect either. And every designer that I know has the same thing. There might be just a room, there might be a whole house. My whole house was under renovation for 2 years. Before we started the renovation, it needed some serious work. And when people would walk in, I'm like, I swear I'm a designer and I'm good at what I do. So we don't live in perfect houses either. It doesn't always look like a magazine. Don't be intimidated by the fact that we're coming in and we do have a sense of style. We're helping you with something. Like I said, we're just human. We wear sweatpants on Saturdays. Our houses aren't perfect. have it. Now you have 5 of the key things that are good to know about designers. I hope that designers or hiring a designer is not an intimidating thing for you. My next video is actually going to be 3 key things to look for when you are hiring a designer. Please watch the next video as well. It's going to be super important and it will really help you understand what to look for when you're actually wanting to hire a pro. One of the key things that I want to leave you with, one more last thing, we're not that intimidating. And if you are intimidated by a designer, look for someone else. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it at the bottom of the screen. Definitely share it out on your favorite social media pages and follow us on our social media pages as well. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great renovation.